Today could be the most significant development in the Ukraine war. President Donald Trump this morning set off for Alaska, where he will meet his Russian counterpart for the first time in 6 years.
He's not going to mess around with me.
Ahead of the summit, there was tough talk from the US president yesterday.
All I want to do is set the table for the next meeting, which should happen shortly. I think it's going to be very interesting. We're going to find out where everybody stands, and I'll know within the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, or 5 minutes, like we tend to find out, whether or not we're going to have a good meeting or a bad meeting. And if it's a bad meeting, it'll end very quickly. And if it's a good meeting, we're going to end up getting peace in the pretty near future.
Arriving in Alaska, the Russian foreign minister was equally cautious.
We
never make any plans in advance. We know that we have arguments, a clear, understandable position. We will state it.
Ukraine will not be taking part in talks. Yet this MP believes today could still mark a turning point.
We here in Ukraine, we want the war to end as soon as possible. And now probably we are the most close to this in these 3.5 years in any way. So I don't know what Putin will say today to President Trump. I know that Putin doesn't want to end the war, but also I know that Putin is afraid of the United States.
The UK and other European allies have reiterated their support for Ukraine.
There can be no decisions about Ukraine without Ukraine. But first of all, this is about pressure on Putin. Is he serious about what he claims to want peace? Because while he is sitting down with Trump in Alaska, he's stepping up attacks on Ukrainian cities against Ukrainian civilians.
At its closest point, just 55 miles separates Alaska and Russia. As the two world leaders hope to narrow the gulf between their positions, the world holds its breath. Jasmine Cameron-Chaleshi, ITV News.
Well, our correspondent Robert Moore is in Washington. Robert, this meeting has the potential to be a defining moment for the world. What can we expect?
Well, I mean, normally these summits are unbelievably well orchestrated. You know, officials, the so-called Sherpas, have prepared the agenda. Agreements are ready to sign in advance. Every handshake, every photo opportunity is practiced, but nothing could be further from the truth this time. Just look at the kind of players involved. We've got Donald Trump, the maverick US president, someone who has long extolled the value of unpredictability in foreign affairs, someone who's been all over the map in his messaging about Ukraine. And then on the other side of the table, we've got Vladimir Putin, you know, somebody who's been in power for 25 years, an autocrat who came out of the manipulation of information when he was a former FSB and KGB officer. So frankly, we don't know what will happen. We know the kind of approximate schedule. They'll meet one-on-one with just translators. Then there'll be a broader meeting of delegations and finally some kind of joint press conference. But really how this plays out, we don't know. There has just been in the last few moments a briefing aboard Air Force One to reporters in which Trump apparently said that actually those Russian attacks ongoing in Ukraine are weakening Putin's negotiating position. So we'll see how that plays out in terms of the dynamic around the table. The bigger picture, though, is we just don't know the answer to some fundamental questions. Does Putin believe in diplomacy? Is he prepared to agree to a ceasefire while a second summit is prepared and Zelensky joins the conversation? Is Zelensky, in turn, prepared to give up territory, at least Crimea? So all of those are big questions, which mean that most seasoned observers here really have very low expectations of a breakthrough in the coming days.